Are we on? Yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the virtual Spring 2021 Study Abroad Fair. It's my great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, one of our exchange partners. We have with us Luis Felipe from ULACIT in Costa Rica, and he's going to take us through some of the exchange opportunities that all of you have for either a semester, an academic year. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are short-term program opportunities as well for summer in addition, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Scott. My name is Luis Felipe. I'm the Vice Provost for Global Affairs at ULACIT. I'm in charge of the Global Education Office, which offers a variety of study abroad experiences for exchange and international students. So I wanted to give you guys just a brief look at our university and what our study abroad experiences offer. So I had a quick video on Costa Rica. I don't know if the audio is going to work, but let's give it a try. You'll tell me, Scott.
We have often been called the happiest country in the world, and there's many good reasons for that. They all start with pura vida. It's a saying that means pure life, but really, it's something you experience more than explain. It's the way we greet each other, the way we live, the community we build, how we care for each other and the environment around us. In a world that can often feel out of balance, we have found a peaceful path to what matters most. The result is a country like no other that dares to think differently and shines from day to night. Where visitors come for the natural beauty and unforgettable experiences, but return for the love of the people. Where you are always on a journey of discovery and have never felt more alive. Where we act from our heart and welcome you to do the same. In Costa Rica, life's essentials found here.
Yeah, that's just a brief presentation. I wanted to give you guys some context because what we do with our study abroad programs have to do a lot with intercultural learning, with context, with experience learning, and we believe Costa Rica has a lot to offer and a lot to teach in that sense. So that's just a quick look on where we are geographically, where you guys are, way up north. I guess it's pretty cold right there in Wisconsin right now. In Menominee, in San Jose, it's right now it's 20 degrees, so it's pretty warm compared to the let's say February, springish winter you're experiencing. And this is us right now in Universidad Latinoamericana, Ciencia, Tecnología. We're right at the center of the country in the Central Valley in downtown San Jose, Costa Rica. It's a small country. It's 51,000 square kilometers. You can really go from one coast to the other in just a matter of hours. So from San Jose, you can travel to the Atlantic coast, to the Pacific coast, to a wide variety of destinations on our vast mountain range. And it's a small and beautiful country. So this is something I really want to emphasize, that when exchange students spend some time with us, they really get not only to learn from a quality institution like ULACIT, but also really get to know the country, either from more a touristic point of view, but also really culturally immersive experience. So we tried really to mix these three different dimensions on our study abroad experience. It's fully immersive. We got quality academic programs where you earn transfer credits. We got experiential learning when there's outside of school site visits to communities. You learn in outdoor environments. And of course, there's a tour and travel where you get to really visit our beautiful beaches, forests, volcanoes, all the nature and adventure that Costa Rica offers anyone visiting. So about ULACIT, we're the only bilingual university in Costa Rica. We have 2 undergraduate programs that are taught completely in the English language. Other students are bilingual. They need to take 7 levels of English, and they need to graduate with a required level of English proficiency. We have an alliance with LinkedIn Learning. All our courses integrate LinkedIn Learning courses as part of the content of the course. And we have virtualized all our academic offer. So 100% of our courses are taught virtually or in a hybrid model. Right now, because of the COVID pandemic, of course, this has been a very significant strength for ULACIT regarding the continuity of our education programs. We're a small university in a, let's say, a larger context. We have a student community of 4,200 students. Around 250 international students visit us every year. Some as exchange students, some as permanent students. We got a very diverse Latin American community with people from Colombia, from Venezuela, from Panama, Nicaragua, Mexico, and some Caribbean countries studying permanently with us. We have been ranked as the best private university by QS University Rankings in London for 10 straight years. We're ranked as the best private university in Costa Rica and as the second best private university in the Central American region. We have let's say, a distinct teaching methodologies called Teaching for Comprehension, based on Harvard's Project Zero, where students learn by applying knowledge. So there's exams, but it's not the traditional exams. It's more case studies, research, debates, presentation, elaboration of working papers. And so students' work really are evaluated through the application of knowledge in a, let's say, more hands-on, real-world context. So this is a quick look at what the different study abroad experiences we offer to any exchange or international students. We got, let's say, your common student exchange program, where we have undergraduate course enrollment for our spring, summer, and fall academic periods. It's important to understand that we don't work with semesters. We work with quarterly academic periods. Semesters have 16 weeks. We have 15 weeks for each quarterly academic period. So we cover more academic periods within a year. So students who enroll with us throughout a whole year can cover more credits, up to 45 credits within a year if they take a full load of courses. So undergrad courses, these undergrad courses are taught 100% in the English language. We got 62 courses to choose from in subjects ranging from business management, economics, accounting, marketing, international trade, finance, political science, international relations, and Latin American studies. We also have a very successful Spanish language immersion program, because we really teach Spanish within the classroom and outside the classroom in real life scenarios. So there's a lot of site visits, and our Spanish teachers are really great at really immersing students in the, let's say, cultural context and learning the language through that experience. And also, Scott mentioned we have 2 short-term programs, which are right now summer programs, which have a 3-week duration, one in international business and management, and the other one in sustainable development studies. I'll share with Scott our study abroad brochure when you can see specific details on these programs. But these programs also mix those 3 dimensions: the academic dimension, the experiential learning, and the tour and travel dimension. We also offer professional practice and internships in Costa Rica with local or multinational companies in diverse fields. ULACIT has direct agreements with 82 private companies in Costa Rica, both local companies and multinational companies. The main multinational companies, let's say Procter & Gamble, Oracle, 3M, Intel, IBM, all high-tech companies, we have specific agreements with them where we develop professional practice and internship programs directly with them. And we also offer this to international students. And we also offer a gap year program for those students who really want to maybe take a break, decide where they want to study. We accommodate them and also give them curricular support and professional support, in the sense of also guiding them in regarding what their future profession or where their talents and interests lie. And we also develop year-round faculty-led and customized study abroad programs, including a research programs at La Marta Wildlife Refuge, which is the oldest private wildlife refuge in Costa Rica, which is owned by ULACIT Foundation, which is a private foundation that administers this asset and other additional assets from our university. So this is just a quick look at our, let's say, 3 main calendars. To your left, you'll see the undergraduate course enrollment dates and deadlines for this year. Starting our summer academic period, our second quarterly period that goes from May 10th to August 20th, we're gonna start receiving international exchange students in a hybrid model because our courses, our academic programs are still gonna continue virtually, and probably we're gonna return to campus up to fall 2021. So we'll receive students, accommodate them with our host families or with our third-party housing provider, Selina Hostels, which is I'll explain later, a high-quality hostel chain of hotels. And so students can travel, go to the beach, go to the forest, go to the volcanoes, whatnot, and take their classes while visiting the country. So that's going to be a very dynamic and I think a very interesting experience. And also it's really very available from a budget perspective. We can talk about that later. Well, the calendar for Spanish immersion program and our summer programs that we have, as I said, 3 different seasons that span 3 weeks each, either on the international business program or our sustainable development program. And these summer programs also mix those 3 experiences. I said you would take classes, a Spanish class in the morning, an academic course in the evening through Monday to Wednesday. You would have some sort of experiential learning activity on Thursday, where we'll go out and tour and develop part of the content of the class inside with a site visit that's pertinent to the program. And then from Friday up to Sunday, we offer distinct, let's say, tourism options through our third-party provider, Terranova, which is one of the best tourist agencies in the country. And we have a special partnership to offer our students a lot of sweet deals so you can get to know the country. So housing information, as I said, we have 2 main options: host families in San Jose, or a partnership with Selina Hostels, which is an international high-quality chain of hostels, and they have hostels within Costa Rica, in San Jose, and throughout the main, let's say, tourist destinations around the country. So Selina offers ULACIT guests beautiful places to stay, to travel and work, and they have a lot of additional services from laundry to cafeteria to workspaces, free internet or whatnot. So it's a very comfortable place to stay. A little information regarding living expenses from $1,500 to $2,000 a month, including housing, meals, and utilities. This is to maintain a standard of living. Obviously, we can find cheaper options regarding housing and meals and whatnot, but we recommend the budget around $1,500 to $2,000. And as I said, tours and travel, we have very exciting options for you guys. So just to give you a concrete idea, on your left, you'll see the rooms from Selina Hostel at San Jose. We have individual rooms. We have group or common rooms, which are cheaper if you want to travel with a group of students, really and cut really on the cost of housing. The group rooms are a great option. Or we have bigger private rooms, and or our host families, which are we work very closely with them. We vet them. They are very close to us. They're mostly, let's say, mid. How do you say, working families and traditional Costa Rican families. So there's just a couple of examples of some of our host families. It's upper middle class families whose houses are around or close enough to our campus, which you could just get to us through bus or cheap cab fare. And so when you hear, I don't know if anyone's right here with us, but I would like to ask you, when you hear about Costa Rica, what do you think about? Because we really want to go beyond whatever, let's say, first impression you might have of the country, and really give you an experience, a profound immersion experience, full of adventure, full of learning, and full of also contact with the community, with our own student community, and with our context, which we work closely with. Costa Rica is really a small country, so as I said, within a weekend, you can travel from one spot to the other. So in one weekend, you can cover, like, really get to know a couple of really cool spots, even beaches, or Monteverde, which is a cloud rainforest region. This is another video of ULACIT, but I think I just might skip it. Just wanted to give you guys like a sense of our campus and
Soy Ana Lucía Orozco Monge, y
who we
primero
are.
entré a la ULACIT por su prestigio internacional, sus programas de intercambio y porque es bilingüe. Luego me di cuenta que era mucho más que eso. Me encanta poder trabajar en equipos y en los proyectos, resolviendo problemas de la vida real en vez de estar haciendo exámenes. Pero lo que más me gusta de ULACIT es que respeta y celebra las diferencias que nos hacen a todos únicos y excepcionales. Come as you are.
So, come as you are is our motto. We're a totally inclusive, diverse community of students. We don't discriminate anyone by any means, in any sense. And we really promote diversity of thought, diversity of the composition of our student community, diversity in our faculty, and diversity also on the subjects and the subject matters and the point of views that we share within our classroom. So we got three different installations. We got our main campus, we got a Center of Innovation and Technology called CIT, and we got La Marta, which is this wildlife refuge I explained. Just to give you guys a sense, this is a typical ULACIT classroom. Some of our sports facilities. That's our main campus right there behind part of the sports facilities. That's La Marta Wildlife Refuge. Those are some kids from our civics house club having a good time at La Marta. And so we promote this type of outdoors experiences continually, and we involve our students, our exchange students, directly with our local community. So the idea is that you really become part of ULACIT student community. You're not going to be a part in any sense. You're going to be part of what we do, how we teach, and our, let's say, local students experience. So in case you have any questions, I'm available by email. Scott has my email. I'll leave some additional information on the chat room. And I thank you guys for your time and your attention, and I'm completely at your service. Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you so much for that great introduction. It's really a fantastic opportunity. We do have a student, Adriana. This is your opportunity to ask some questions of Luis Felipe. Feel free to turn on your mic, or if you'd like to add anything to the chat. I have a question for you, Luis. How many students tend to live in the homestay relationship as opposed to the hostel environment?
Well, just up to, because I just finished our alliance with Selena Hostels, because I know them for a while. I got a good friend of mine who's marketing director there. I visited Selena Hostels myself when I go, let's say, to Puerto Viejo region. So I know it's a very dynamic, interesting environment for students, a safe hostel chain. So I reached out to them to, let's say, kind of give different alternatives to host families. Traditionally, all our students have stayed with host families, and they really develop a very profound bond, because our host families really come to us. I mean, they're families that really have a vocation to take care of international students, because their own children had international students or went abroad and stayed with home families. So they form this sort of community of host families. So they're very warm. they really understand the dynamic of exchange experience for a student. So they are really a support network for them, checking on them, giving them information, helping them with any specifics they might need in daily day stuff. Also giving them enough independence. They know that exchange students come and go as they will in that sense, because most of our exchange students really travel a lot. I mean, they are never in the same place. I have to, keep tabs on them continually. Where are you? I'm in Guanacaste. I'm going to Tamarindo. I'm going to Arenal. Okay, make sure to come back for class when we have, in-campus sites. So they really kind of are my aides in that sense of taking care of our exchange students. With Selena, I have such a close relationship with management in Selena, which I personally know them, and I know the type of experience they develop. They're not only a traditional hostel or a hotel, they really develop a service environment. So you would stay at Selena, but through Selena, you'll access all sorts of other interesting services, including the basics, cafeteria, workspaces, internet, and whatnot. But they develop a very complex, let's say, menu of services, because they really cater to that, let's say, young tourist or even exchange students. So it was a very natural partnership for us.
That's great. And you had mentioned that in terms of planning purposes, kind of factor that rate to be about around 1,500 to 2,000 per month. And that includes, of course, meals as well with the homestay family too, right?
Yeah, homestay families include the 3 meals. Obviously, most students don't eat 3 times a day in their host families. They usually have breakfast and dinner, and they will have lunch outside. But let's say in downtown San Jose, if you go out to eat anywhere, let's say a common restaurant for a general meal, or even let's say if you go to McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken or something like that, it's gonna be around $6 per meal, $5 to $6 per meal. Um, so yeah, I mean, you really get along in Costa Rica within a budget, and we've tried really to reduce what's most expensive in that budget. That's housing. So through our host families, we provide quality housing on the cheap, and through Salina, we have a range of prices from the very cheap on the common rooms that there are still very nice accommodations, especially if you're traveling with people you trust. Let's say you got a group of four girls that really want to, they're friends and they want to travel. It's a safe environment for them, and they probably would be comfortable sharing a room of four. So they have rooms of 4, 6, and 8 on the common rooms. Or there are different options for individual rooms, even with a private bathroom or 2 rooms that share a bathroom. Or they got also, let's say, higher end options when you have private suites with your own living room, your own bathroom. It's like a small apartment, really, even your small kitchen. So everything, it can go from a range. Let's say the most expensive housing option with Selena can go up to maybe 1,000 and something. And I'm talking about like a small apartment. Um, yeah, and the housing, the host families, including the meals, is going to be around 800 to 900 and something. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for that in-depth insight. And please, Adriana, if you have any questions, feel free to interject. But I'm just curious about asking some questions on my own as well here. The one thing that we should let people know, Luis Felipe, is that this is an exchange partnership. So while we're going to be sending students to ULACIT, we're also going to be receiving students here. And from the aspect of the tuition and fees, it's what students should expect. They're going to be paying their home institution for the tuition and fees aspect. So it's just the living expenses that will be paid to the host institution.
Yeah, that's correct. And housing, it's optional. I mean, we provide these facilities of housing options, but if students want to go on their own and rent an apartment or Airbnb or whatever other option fits them better, it's really up to them. We can also aid them with additional options, but we always strive for students to stay with our options because we know them, and so that's a way to also ensure a more, let's say, direct follow up on their situation and how they're doing. So it's important for us to know that you guys are safe, that you're having a good time, and you have all the support needed to really enjoy your experience here. And as Scott said, you would pay in your home university, and you wouldn't pay tuitions in ULACIT.
Right. Great opportunity for any of our students that are Spanish minors, because they'd have the opportunity to take some courses in Spanish to further their language study, and then also take, you said you have 62 different English medium taught classes and a wide range of degree offerings there too, right?
Those 62 courses are completely taught in English because we got a Bachelor in Science in Business Administration and a Bachelor in Arts in International Relations completely taught in English. So those course offerings are totally in English. And so we expect students will not find a major difference regarding, let's say, quality of courses between, let's say, a BS in business administration at Wisconsin-Stout and one in ULACIT. Even engineering students tend to take their accounting courses with us, or they have some basic financing courses and whatnot. And also what's liberal arts and humanities courses, we got a broad array of options for those credits as well.
Excellent. Well, we really appreciate you joining us today. This has been really insightful. As I mentioned earlier, this is a recorded session, so we'll have this readily available for all of our students to access. And we appreciate your time. Yeah, this is just we're very excited about the exchange opportunity this presents for our students and for yours as well. So.
Oh, thank you very much for the time, Scott. And as I said, I'm at your service. Any additional questions or inquiries, don't hesitate to contact me directly.
Excellent. Well, thank you again. And of course, students should be reminded that they certainly can reach out to us by email at studyabroad@uwstout.edu. And we're happy to connect you directly with our partners at ULACIT. So thanks again for joining us, and wishing everybody a great night. Thank you. Take care.